Good Monday morning to you all. I'm John. Thank you for watching the Kaiser Report, and please remember to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel so we can bring you more and more as the time goes by. And we don't have a whole lot to go through today. There are some major stories that we'll talk about. I guess the Grammys are the big thing on the internet today. I guess it was political free this time. There were some good things and bad things, of course. Weird dresses and things of that nature. But I guess Taylor Swift took home the awards and also made an announcement about her new album that's coming out. I didn't think that was a platform to be making announcements, but obviously she did. So God bless her. I wish her the best. And congratulations. The other side of the news on the political side is that the Senate finally came out with their long-awaited border bill, which is full of pork. And now they want to they'll shut the border down if we allow 5,000 more people through, I guess, on a daily basis. And, of course, there's money probably in it for the Ukraine. Conspicuously absent from this bill is repairing the wall or adding more wall and or electronic surveillance. None of this was in there. I don't know what is going on with this open border nonsense that we're putting up with, and what the real reason is that they're doing this, other than, well, if you look at X or Rumble, they'll all tell you it's because Biden needs the votes, and they're going to let these people vote. There's also an amnesty deal in that thing. I don't believe, I think we have a strong enough House to say, we're not doing this bill. And I hope and pray that they have the backbone enough to stop it, because this is ridiculous. And I'm sure that the Ukraine money and Israel money is all tied up in there as well. And the other thing with the government, and I'll keep this short, is we gave ample warning to the Houthis over there and the Iranian-backed terrorists that are working to destroy our ships and the shipping lanes for merchant marines over there. And, we gave them ample warning. So they moved everything out of the strategic spots that they knew that we would be looking to hit. And then we send B-1 bombers halfway around the world to turn sand into glass again. Because I don't think any real good is going to come out of this unless we do some sanctions against Iran and cut their funding off and cut off the oil distribution that's making them a very wealthy nation. That's the way that they're going to understand. But they view this country and this government right now as a very weak stepchild. And as long as they think that we're weak, they're going to take advantage of us. And when you tell them that you're going to do this, rather than just making it happen, they have time to move things out. It's like these ceasefires that take place between Israel and Hamas. If you give them long enough, they have time to move things strategically out of the way or rearm and resupply during a ceasefire. So now the sword rattlers over there are saying that they're going to retaliate for these strikes that Biden sent over there. So good luck with that. Actually, I'm a little sick and tired of it. I think that had we had a stronger presence in the White House, this would have never happened, and we wouldn't be in this situation. And I don't know how you look at it, but I would welcome your comments about your thoughts and what you're thinking about all this, because I don't believe that it's a good situation for this country to be in right now. Beijing Biden, won't do anything to upset China and now for some reason, Iran. They understand brute force in Iran. And they understand that in the past, the sanctions worked to make them a little poorer and not able to fund the Houthis, Hezbollah, Hamas, anybody that they're giving money to for terror is got to be stopped. But Biden, when he was asked, I guess, getting on the helicopter again, he made a very ugly face and said, yes, it's working. Well, in what world? And that said, the weather is patterns in the West Coast. They're getting a lot of rain right now. There is some flooding, I guess, down near Santa Monica, and up in Northern California are getting hit pretty hard with rain. Up in the mountains, they're calling for record snows and high winds in Northern California, 80-mile-an-hour winds. So if you're out there, be careful. And here in the East, we're enjoying spring-like weather during the day. It's hitting 60 degrees here. And we got out this weekend in 60-degree weather, and we're able to cut up some down trees and get things put away for in case winter rears back in here, which is entirely possible between February, March, and even in April. I've seen snow here in April. So, but the East Coast, Southeast, and most of the East Coast is enjoying mild temperatures. Even Minnesota is having 50-degree weather up there. So weather patterns are changing. The jet stream has moved north, which was bringing in all the Caribbean warm air, and that's the result on this. But I welcome it. I'm ready for spring, and I hope that everybody stays dry in California and out of harm's way on the wind that's happening out there. The other things that are going on are, we talked about the Grammys, and, this country is still a great country. And the American dream, although some will tell you is gone, dead, is not. The American dream is what you're going to make of it. Everybody has an opportunity in this country, but for some reason after COVID, people decided that they no longer wanted to work. And I read this morning in local news where another business on State Street in Bristol is closing their doors, a restaurant-type place with a brew pub attached to it. And this is the third one to close down here. So the fact that people are not going out to dinner and spending the money that they used to is now evident here as well as the rest of the country. Layoffs. They want to come out. This government wants to come out and tell you how great the economy is, and under Bidenomics, everything is wonderful. Go out and buy a house, buy new cars, buy electric cars, buy this, buy that. How do you do that when 12,000 people have been laid off? Where do they go? What are they going to do for a living? How are they going to afford the things that are necessary to provide for your family? Levi Strauss laid off 1,200. UPS is laying off. FedEx. They came out with a job number that had to be reversed a little bit because the unemployment numbers they're saying is at 3 point something percent. Well, how do they work in all of these layoffs that are going to take place this week and last week into that number and make it viable? They can't. They're telling you what they think you need to hear to let them continue to misrun this government. It's not in good shape. People do not want to work. Go to a restaurant. I happened to last Friday evening. It was the first time I've been out to a major restaurant in a while. Went up to the Tavern in Abingdon, Virginia, the oldest tavern in the state, and had a wonderful meal. But people aren't buying the wine and the cocktails and leaving the big tips that they used to when the economy was better. There are a few places that are making it okay, but there's a lot of crying on the smaller type restaurants. A lot of stores going out of business, especially on the West Coast where you've got the smash and grab stuff going on, and in New York. They're beating policemen in New York, and these are the migrants. But there are other factions that are going into these department stores and stealing. And I blame that on the city government that will not let the police do their work. And then when they do arrest somebody and put them in court, there's no bail. And they get on a bus and leave town. And you can't find them because they're here illegally. Not good. But enough depressing news. Anyway, we're looking forward to another nice day here. I guess it's going to be nice all week. They say that it's going to be in the high 50s and early 60s most of the week here. So I'm looking forward to getting out, and I'm probably going to get the camera out and cruise around town and show you what's going on. So anyway, once again, thank you for tuning into the Kaiser Report. We'll bring you more as it breaks. Not a whole lot going on other than the stock market is down a little bit this morning. It's a roller coaster. It's up and down all week long. I wouldn't gauge the health of your economy on what the stock market is doing. So keep that in mind. Protect your money. Get some money out of, if you're in one bank, move it around a little bit, because the banks are not doing well. We have bank failures happening. The banks are not making the money they used to make, and we need to make sure that you're protected against fraud. They have now the ability, helped along by AI, to duplicate paperwork and letterheads that would make you believe that it is a car dealership, or it is the IRS, or it is some other agency or a bank. You've got to be very careful. If you get a call or a text or an email saying that you need to contact these people immediately, don't do it. If it's the IRS, pick up a phone and call the IRS. They'll tell you if it's true or not. If it's a bank, call your local branch and find out, what's going on. But do not give these people, especially on these cell phones or your laptops, any information at all, because they are capable now of cloning your identity for not good purposes. They can steal the title to your house. They can steal the title to your car now. They can steal your car by copying the key if it's on a countertop. So we're in a dangerous world right now with fraud, and whether or not it's the people that we've let in here doing this or foreign entities that are doing it, I understand that there's a lot of this that is coming out of Nigeria, and a lot of it coming out of China and places of that nature where they have hacking capabilities that are far beyond the understanding of you and I. Whether or not the government has a cybercrime unit that's working on some of this stuff, I think they should, but they're more worried about getting 5 grand people through the border every day than they are about protecting its own citizens. We do more to protect the Ukrainian citizens than we do our own. So we need a change in our government. We need to get people elected in there that can handle what's going on and do it diligently. Anyway, not a whole lot more to tell you today, but we got our ear to the ground, and if something comes up, I'll do another broadcast or we'll get it out to you tomorrow morning. So until then, it's time for me to get on out of here. Bye now.